Hello and welcome to Young at Heart. I'm Emma Healey and I run Way to Fitness. I do online classes and also community classes in Devon, in Sanford and Exeter. Now, today at Young at Heart, we are going to do a lovely selection of exercise to help you improve your balance, your strength, your flexibility, and your aerobic fitness. I'll need you to have trainers or close-fitting shoes on your feet and a chair. You can join in this session seated or standing, but you will need a chair for later when we do our balance work and our stretch. So make sure you've got a chair to hand. Equipment wise, you don't need anything, but you would get more out of the session if you had something that was, when we're doing our strength session, if you maybe had small bottles of water, cans of baked beans, or hand weights that you could use, just some light hand weights. I've got mine on the side. We'll use those later. I've also got my pom-poms. You could use pom-poms or silk scarves if you want to have something to shake and wave to join in, but you don't have to have those. I'll be starting the warm-up sat in this chair. It's a solid, strong chair. And when you're sitting on a chair, make sure the height is such that your knees and your hips are at the same level. Okay. Just wear something easy to move in and of course join in at your own level. Let's get some warm-up music on. Okay, so if you are joining me in a chair, come to the front half of the chair, bottoms on the chair, okay, feet flat on the floor, a hip distance apart, and we're sitting up really nice and tall, just drawing our center in slightly. Okay, now we're going to start with the palms up and we're just going to do a little figure of eights. Here we go. So we're going to do turning the palms up and down. Brilliant. That's it. Sitting nice and tall or standing tall. Now we're just going to do a little front crawl forwards as though we're swimming, but keep it small and the arms are bent. That's it. Take them forwards. Now you're going to reverse the arms but have the elbows bent. Brilliant. Now we're going to do breaststroke forwards with those arms. We're going to go forwards and wide. Brilliant. 2 more. Now let's reverse that. Take it out first and then in. Brilliant. 2 more. Now we're going to go down to our feet. Let's lift our heels. So we're going to lift and lower. So nice and slow. That's it. We're doing this because we're warming up the ankles and calves. Do me a few more. Well done. Last 2. Then we're going to bring up the front of the foot. So it's just a hover. It's not much, is it? And again, hover. So we're going to do 4 more. Last 2. Now we're going to do a heel and toe tap. So go down with the heel, then the toe. Brilliant. All on the same spot. Change size. We call this the £1 coin. All on the same spot. Brilliant. Now you're going to take that heel forwards. Nice straight line back on the toe. Brilliant. Now you're going to change leg. This is a great one for warming up the thighs and the knee. Brilliant. Go back to the first side. Push your arms forward so we're here and tap. 2 more. Brilliant. Then change sides. 2 more. Now we're going to do a little side step out, just the leg only. So we're going to step over the cat and back. Brilliant. Or your bag of knitting. Well done. Now you're going to change sides. So step and back, keeping the foot under the knee. Brilliant. Back to the first side. Let's add arms here. Keep it small and manageable. Brilliant. Now change leg. Brilliant. We're going to do some knee lifts next. So we're just going to go lift and down. Now, as we do this, we're really sitting tall because you naturally want to lean back, but we're not. Lift and lower. Brilliant. That's it. Now we're going to add some skiing arms. We're going to come down, and as we come up, we lift those heels down and lift. Brilliant. Few more. Down and lift. Last 2. Let's go into a little march now. So we're going to march here. So we've got nice arms swinging front to back and we're warming up nicely. Brilliant. Okay, so let's take the arms forwards and out. So we're going to march forwards and out. Now you can do this slower, like that, if you prefer to go on the slower beat. Let's continue with that one. Well done. And now we're going to move into a little kick forwards. We're just going to go kick and change. Kick. Brilliant. Kick. That's it. 4 more. So it's kick and kick. Last 2. Now we're just going to march and we're going to do arms like this. Okay, now there's a method behind my madness. Because when we're standing, we are going to do a single, then we're going to do a double like that. Okay, single, and then back the other way. Yeah, so let's get used to that arm movement. Over, single, and over. Brilliant. Back to a march. Well done. Okay, now I'm going to come up to standing. If you wish, you can stay in your chair. Right. We'll come back to that chair later. Okay, so we're going to work a little bit harder now. We've done our warm-up. And what you're going to do, you're going to march. So you keep marching. I'll explain. If you're stood up, you can get off the spot. You're going to march for 4. So you're going to go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 kicks and back. Okay, so that's what you're going to do if you're marching. Right, should we do that? March forwards. 5, 6, 7. So march for 4, 2 kicks. Now we can take the arms up as we kick. Brilliant. Let's do it again. So march for 4, arms up and back. Now we're going to do a single step and then a double. So single step, then a double. Now, of course, in your chair, I want you to just march, but add those arms in. Single and double. 1 more. Now we're going to do our skiing. Grab your poles. We're going down. Now, if we're standing, keep the back long. You're looking forward. Brilliant. 4 more. Last 2. Now we're going to roll our arms round in a circle. So we're here. So round. Brilliant. Give me a wave. Let's roll back. And wave. Back to our marching forward. Let's start with the second side. March for 4. 2 kicks. And back. Brilliant. Let's do it again. March for 4. 2 kicks. And back. Nice work. Single and double step. Here we go. So second side, single and double. Single step and double. 2 more. 1 more. Then grab your skiing poles. We're going skiing. We're here, down and left. Brilliant. So feet are apart. If you're seated, you can lift 1 foot as you come up. Last few, then we're going to roll round and wave. Here we go. Let's roll. Round and wave. Brilliant. Let's roll it back. Round and wave. Okay, back to marching for 4 and 2 kicks. 1, 2, 3, 4. And back. Fantastic. Getting nice and warm here now. Again. I'm back. Brilliant. It's our single and double side step. Single and double. Keep it small if depending on how much space you've got. Again. 1 more. Okay, you're going to grab your poles. We're going skiing. Down and left. Brilliant. That's good. 4 more. Oh, I forgot my pom-poms. Oh, never mind. Let's roll round and we're going to wave. I bet you remembered yours. Round and wave. Let's roll back and wave. Last time forward, marching this leg. March for 4. 2 kicks and back. Brilliant. And again, march for 4. 2 kicks and back. It's our single and double step last time. Single and double. Brilliant. This gets your brain working, doesn't it? 1 more. It's last time to go skiing. Grab your poles. We're going down and left. Well done. Just 4 more. Last 2, then you're going to roll around and wave 1 last time. Here we go. We're going round and wave. Brilliant. Let's roll back and wave. Woo, good work. And a little march. Right, what we're going to do now, we never just stop. Keep your legs moving just gently, even if it's just lifting and lowering heels. Have a drink of water, then get your chair. We're going to do some strength work, and I'm going to switch off the music. When we're doing our strength work, I always want you to join in at the speed that's good for you, all right? So as we recover from our cardio, let's just sit here lifting and lowering our heels as I mentioned what we're going to do next. Now, the next thing we're going to do, we are going to do some leg lifts. And we're going to start in the back of our chair, sitting up really nice and tall, feet are hip distance apart, and just draw your center in. And all we're going to do is we're going to straighten that leg and then bend it again. All right, so that's the exercise we're going to do. And we're at the back of the chair. This is a great exercise for strengthening your quads, your thigh muscles, because they directly help your knees. They're involved with your knees. And we need strong legs for climbing up and down stairs, bus, getting off the loo, all that sort of thing. It's about maintaining independence. So we want some strong thigh muscles. So here we are, sitting on our chair, nice and tall. This leg we're going to lengthen and we're going to bend it. Now you can tap the floor or you can just hover the foot. You choose. So we're going to lengthen, nice straight line, and then back again. Straighten and bend. 2 more. That's it. And 1 more. Brilliant. Should we change sides? So we did a little test 1. We see what it felt like. That's it. And now we're going to do 4 more. So we're just going to lengthen and just check, does it look like it's a nice straight line? Because that's what we'd like. That's it. Lift. And 1 more. Brilliant. And then relax. Back to this side. Now we're going to make it a little bit harder. We're going to lift the leg. We're then going to point the foot, flex the foot. That means toes to your nose, and then lower it down. Okay. So sitting tall, we're going to straighten, point, flex, and lower. And of course, you can hover the foot or you can touch the floor. 2 more. Point, flex, and down, and 1 more. Brilliant. And let's change sides. So again, we're sitting tall. We lengthen, point, flex, and lower. Brilliant. 1 more. Excellent work. So that's a great exercise you can do while you're watching the telly at night. Now, we're going to come to the front half of the chair. So hip walk yourself to the front, okay? Bottom's on the chair, but the thigh isn't, okay? And this time we're going to lengthen the leg out the front, okay? So we've already got a straight leg and the heel is on the floor and we are sitting up tall. And all we're going to do is just lift and lower. And it's quite a low lift because I need you to stay sitting tall. If you lift it too high, then you start to lean back and it won't have the effect. It won't be the same exercise, all right? It won't work as well. So lengthen that leg out, bring the foot up, and we're sitting tall, okay? On this side, we've got ankle directly under the knee. So we're going to lift up and lower. Good. Lift and lower. 2 more. So it's a hover, and it does make your thigh work, doesn't it? Because I can really feel that. 1 more. Lift and lower. Brilliant. Let's change legs. Okay, straight line. Flex the foot, sitting tall. So toes to the nose, that's what flex means. Okay, we're sitting tall. We're going to lift and lower down with control. Lift. And as we're doing this, this leg is staying beautifully straight as we lift. And 1 more. Well done. That's hard, isn't it? Okay, bend the leg and give it a pat. So we're going to do the same as we did with the other exercise. We're going to lift, then point, flex and lower. That's the progression. It makes it harder. If you don't want to add in the foot point, that's absolutely fine. You don't need to. Okay, so lengthen that leg. We are sitting tall. Okay, so we're just going to lift, point, flex and lower. And as we're doing this, you don't have to go all the way to the floor. You could do a hover if you wanted to. That again would make it harder. One more. Point, flex and lower. Well done. Let's change sides. So sitting up tall, toes towards us as we start. We're going to lift, point, flex and lower. Brilliant. So these are all exercises you can be doing during the week. I just do my Young at Heart class once a week, but you can be practicing all these exercises during the week. Bend that leg in. Well done. Okay, so what we're going to do now, we are going to do an exercise called sit to stand. While I explain it, you can come to the back of your chair and have a rest, but you will be starting this exercise in the front half of your chair. So in this exercise, we have feet at hip distance apart and we're at the front of the chair. We come forwards, keeping the back nice and long, okay, until our nose is over our toes. Now this exercise is going from a sitting position to a standing one. So we come here, we can use the arms to help us stand tall. We can march for 4. Now, important, feel the chair on the backs of your knees before you sit down. And then you can come up again. March for 4 to get the blood circulating nicely. Feel the chair and sit down, okay? So we're going to start with 4 of those and we're going to let our arms help us, okay? Right, front half of the chair, feet are hip distance apart. So we're just coming forwards with the body. Back is nice and long until the nose is over the toes. We're going to come up to standing, stand tall, march, feel the chair, and sit down with control. Again, so we're going to come up, march, feel the chair, and sit down. Should we do 2 more? So I want you to be doing this at your own speed. There's no rush. These are called slow sit to stands, and that's fine. Last one for me here. Feel the chair and sit back down. Well done. Of course, when we use the arms, we're making it a bit easier for our legs. So if we want to make that harder, we can cross our arms instead. Okay, so we're going to do another 4 and 4. So that's 8. I'd like to break the numbers up. It sounds less. So we're going to do another 4 and 4. And I'm going to change my arms halfway through. But of course, if you want to use your arms, you can do. So we're in this starting position, nose over toes. We're going to come up, march, feel the chair, and come down. And it may well be that your chair doesn't move, but I'm on a slippy floor here. And we always need to make sure we can feel the chair before we sit down. That's it. So we're coming up, march, feel. Brilliant. So I've done 4. I'm going to change my arms. I'm going to do another 4. That's it. Coming up. So this is a great leg strengthening exercise. Good. I've got 2 more left. And 1 more. Now I'm staying here and relaxing my arms. We're just going to do 1 block of a second exercise, which looks the same, but is just slightly different. We're going to go stand where I am, down to hover, then come back up again. All right. So instead of starting sat in the chair, we're starting stood up, and we're just going to imagine we were going to sit down, then we change our mind. Okay. So we're just going to do 8 of those. We could have arms here or down by the side. You choose. Okay. So feet are hip distance apart, and you can feel the chair, but you're not actually going to sit down on it anyway. So we're going to come down, change our minds, come down. And as we're doing this, we're keeping those knees apart, okay? Come down and lift, come down and lift. And we're going to change the arms here. So sit, that's it. So this is called stand to hover. 2 more. Physios love this exercise because it's leg strengthening again. 1 more. Fantastic. And then rest. Have a drink of water. What we're going to do now, we're going to get our weights out. Okay, so 2 I prepared earlier. Now, the exercises for the weights can be done seated or standing. I'll just have a sip. And the important things to remember when you're using weights is that your wrists remain rigid. We avoid them moving side to side or front to back. They keep still and rigid. That way you look after your wrists and make sure that they remain healthy. Okay, so we are holding on to the weights, water bottles or tins of baked beans. Okay, and we're just going to relax those shoulders back and down. I'm just going to move the chair out of the way. That's it. Okay, so you're either sat in your chair or stood up, shoulders relaxing down, and we've got lovely rigid wrists, and we're holding these weights with the palms in towards our thighs. All we're going to do first is bend the arms, bring the weights towards the shoulders, and slowly lower them down. So the palms are in towards the hips. So we come up, slowly lower down. Brilliant. So let's just do 2 more like this. That's it. 1 more. Now we're going to turn the palms forwards and do 4 more. So we're going to come up this time and down. So it feels different because your hands are in a different position. Give me 2 more. Brilliant. And 1 more. Well done. Bring the arms in the front. We're going rowing, okay? So we're going to lift and we're going to lower. And as we lift the arms and the weights, remember to keep your shoulders down, okay? So we're going to bring them up here and lower with control. So we're lifting and we're lowering. Brilliant. That's it. So I can feel this in my shoulders. I'm just going to do 4 more. So we're going to go 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. And relax. Fantastic. Now we're going to work the backs of the arms. So I'm going to show you side on. You're going to bend the arm and take the elbow back. Okay. And then you're going to lengthen and bend. So you can see that only my lower arm is moving. And I'm just going to do 1 arm at a time. If you're sat in a chair, make sure that as you extend your arm behind you, you're not going to knock your arm on the back of your chair. Position yourself so that you've got a free space to move that arm in. Okay. So we are going to take the elbow back like this. Okay. You're looking forward and lengthen it behind. And you're just skimming your hip with that weight. Take it back. Brilliant. So let us do 4 more. 4, 3. That's good. Last 2. Last 1. And relax. So second side, you're going to bend. Take the elbow behind you. That's it. Let's do just a little test 1. Make sure the upper arm stays still. The wrist is rigid. Let's do 8 more. So it's 8, 7. That's it. Lovely. Just 4 more to go. And this exercise works the back of your arms. Okay. Last 2. And last 1. Brilliant. Well done. Now, this is an exercise that is very, physios give it out a lot. All right. We call this the gin tray, but you put anything on your tray. Could be your breakfast tray or your coffee tray. Now, I'm showing you side on so you can see that my forearms are flat. That's the tray, all right? My palms are up and I've just got my fingers closed around my weights. I'm keeping my elbows in at the waist. I'm just taking the arms out and slowly bringing them back in. And I'd like this tray to be flat and level, okay? Slowly bring it back in. You're going to see how far you can comfortably go out and bring it back in. And again, lovely. And when we linger over the exercise, you'll feel it much more. I can feel it there myself. So it's 4, 3, 2, and last 1. Fantastic. Well done. Okay, so we're going to put the weights down now. And we're just going to wiggle the fingers. That's it. Well done. Let's just make a little fist. I'll just show you from the front so you can see. And then stretch the fingers. So gentle fist, stretch the fingers. One more. Fist and stretch. Now we can put the fingertips together. We can ease the knuckles in and away. That's a nice stretch of the fingers and palms. Or if you'd like a bigger stretch, link the fingers, turn the palms away. Oh, that's a big stretch. Okay, well done. We're going to move on to our balance work next. I'm going to get my chair back. Always useful to have something to hold on to. And I'm going to suggest you have your chair in the front because we're going to do some side stepping, but I won't have my chair there because you won't be able to see anything. Okay, so we're going to do a whole selection of different exercises and I need you to have a nice clear space. Okay, so we're standing tall. Let's start with our single leg balance. Now, this is the leg I'm balancing on and my knee is slightly bent. Okay, this is the leg I'm going to be hovering the foot on. All right, now you can have a firm grip of your chair or work surface. You could have a light fingertip touch. You could have a hover or no contact, but no, it's there. You choose what suits you. Okay, we're standing really nice and tall. Just draw your center in. We start with lifting that heel. Then we're just going to hover that foot for 3, 2, 1. And then we put the foot down. Let's change sides. You will find that one side is stronger than the other. That's normal. This leg is slightly bent. We're just going to hover that foot. Standing tall for 3, 2, 1. Brilliant. Well done. Okay. So what we're going to do now, we are going to do a little side step. You've got your chair in front. You can do a little side step and a tap. That's what we're doing to start with. Okay. So side step and a tap. Side step and a tap. That's it. And that tap could turn into a hover if you wanted a bit more of a challenge. Side step, hover. Side step, hover. Should we do a few more? So it's side step, hover. Nice. Foot down. Well done. Okay. Now what we're going to do now, we're going to start on that side. So you're leading with your other leg now. So again, it's a side step. We can start with our tap so we know what we're doing. And then if you wish to side step and hover, you can do. Side step and hover. Brilliant. Well done. And then pause here. Now, move your chair from the front to the side now. We've done a side step. We're now going to do a bit like a half a clock face. But you've got your chair here just in case you need it. So you're going to do a forward step and then back to the start. Okay, so let's do that. So it's a forward step, could be a tap or a hover, then come back. A side step, tap or hover. Well done. And then a reverse behind step. So step and then back to the start. Yep. Should we do that again? So we're going to go this leg. We're going to go to the front and back. To the side and back. Behind and back to the start. Well done. Let's change our sides of the chair. Okay. So this leg is the moving one. Okay. So we're going to go forwards and back to the start. Side and back to the start. Reverse and back. This is quite tricky, so well done. This is why I need you to have your chair to the front again. Front and back to the start. Side and back, and then reverse one more. Reverse and rest. Well done. That was interesting, wasn't it? In the comments, let me know, how was your balance today? Is it something you need to work on? It's something that most of us need to work on, don't worry. Now, we're just going to put some gentle music on for a stretch. A stretch is really vital part of any exercise session because your muscles narrow, they get shorter when you're exercising, and we need to stretch them back out to their full length. So we're going to put some gentle music on now, and we are going to do our stretch. Now we're going to use our chair for our stretch. Now we're standing behind the chair, and in order to stretch our thighs, we're just going to bring the heel towards the bottom. That's it. Brilliant. So we're going to change sides, bring the other heel towards the bottom. Well done. Now we're going to come down to the chair. You're going to sit in the chair. And we're going to be in the back of the chair, comfortably, supported by, we can have the chair, back of the chair near our back, or we can just sit up tall, okay, bottom in the back of the chair. We're going to hold on to the chair for support, feet deeply on the floor, firmly there. We're going to just reach as high as we are comfortable to, hold the chair in the other hand, and just ease over for 1, 2, and 3. So we reach up to lengthen the spine, and just gently over for 1, 2, and 3. Well done. We bring that arm down, the arm is straight, and we just help it in towards the body. We could do that with the hand or the elbow for a deeper stretch. Brilliant, well done. Changing sides, hold on to the chair. We're going to reach up and reach over for 1, 2, and 3. Okay, good. We come up again to lengthen and over. Brilliant. We bring the arm down. We keep it as straight as we can, and we just bring it in towards the body. Help it with the hand or the elbow. Brilliant, well done. Okay, link the fingers. Just push the back of the hands forward, look down to your lap to feel the stretch in your upper back. Then you can either hold on to the chair and squeeze your elbows together, or if you're stood up, you can link your fingers and lift. But on my chair, just hold the chair, nice upright position, and squeeze the elbows and shoulder blades together for your chest stretch. Lovely. And then relax. I'm going to come to the front half of my chair now, sitting up tall. If it's possible, we're just going to put our hands under the knee, lift the foot. A bit of a stretch of our bottom, our glutes. That's it. Just hover the foot, it's fine. Then lower the foot down. Same leg, we're going to lengthen the leg forward. It's in a straight line, okay? Ankle, knee, and hip. Bring the foot up, and just by doing that foot movement, hopefully you'll feel a calf stretch. Now thinking about this leg, we've got the ankle under the knee. We put the hands on this knee. We sit tall. Then keeping the back long, we're just easing forwards. It's a small move, but we feel a stretch on the back of that thigh. Can you feel that? I hope so. So we're here, we sit tall, and then ease forwards. It's a very small move, but effective one. Excellent. Okay, bring that foot in. So we're now going to lift this knee up. Just hovering the foot, sitting tall. That's brilliant. Pop that foot down, lengthen the leg out, straight line, bring the foot up. We pause so that we can really enjoy that calf stretch. Hands on the bent knee. We sit tall, then ease forwards and feel the stretch in the back of the thigh and the hamstrings. Brilliant. And then one more. So sit tall and ease forwards. Well done. Okay, bring that leg in and just come to the back of your chair so you're nice and safe. Take a lovely breath in as we reach the arms up. Breathe out as you come down, and give yourselves a round of applause. Well done. If you've enjoyed that Young at Heart session, get in touch and I can send you some free links to enjoy other things we do online. Thanks for your time today. Bye-bye.